That keeper, Jose Chilabert.
Oh, Chilbert.
Free kick.
Yeah. Okay, we're live. Right, okay. Welcome to the post-match review of Manchester United's first leg against Sociedad. I was just checking, it was 1-1 then. I thought, God, was there a... It should have been 2-1. I was just busy. I was busy on this, to be honest. That's probably the only reason I didn't. But yeah, so yeah, Patrick, let's come to you. 1-1. I feel for Christian a little bit having to sit through this. Then come on here. So should we start with the United fans who it actually means something to? What did you think? I mean, obviously coming into it, I suppose 1-1 on the surface isn't that bad, but they were a lot worse than I expected. What did you think?
Just flat, turgid. It's what we expect to see from this team. I don't.
Yeah.
Nothing shocking anymore, is it?
No.
It's especially annoying when you're creating half decent chances. It just doesn't seem to go anywhere. Misplaced passes, flick-ons to no one, holding the ball too long. It's pathetic.
Yeah. It's, I think, like, we do seem to carve out quite decent, like, 3v3s, 4v4s, and they always go to nothing, like you just said. Like, it's just... I mean, like, we can talk about system all day long, but some of these players just aren't good enough. It's just...
I think the one thing with Dallo make that chance, and they were going on about half time.
God,
and it's like, this is what you're talking about when you're like, some of these players just aren't good enough. We get Hoyland, like we have hammered him on the channel, to be fair. But in fairness to him, he did make the run, and he's not getting the pass. It is just, it's so bad.
I mean, it's just on as well, isn't it? It's absolutely on, and I don't know. All he's good at every so often is just bring it down. He can carry it a little bit, Dallo. That's basically it. Everything else, he hasn't got a brain. He's average defensively, and that's the weird thing. He's not good attacking, which was always the thing with him. He was meant to be good attacking, and he's actually shit. It's just he's easier on the eye than Wan-Bissaka. That's it.
It's short passing as well. Like today, the amount of times, like unforced errors, passing it to the wrong side, passing it out of play. And then not only that, the thing is, none of the other players are getting at them as well. Like, they don't have a leader there that really hammers them for doing it. And then you see Dorgu, the young lad on the other side, and he cut in, and he just passes it to the wrong side. Easy passes.
Me and Patrick did this on Monday, and we obviously did it the watch along Christian on Sunday with the FA Cup game. And I said to you both, like, forget the loud moments. It's like, and tonight, it was like you just said, Christian, it's all the time, like, simple passes, but just half a yard the wrong way, and they lose it. They haven't got the touch to recover it, and this is all 11 of them. They do it continuously. Like you said, they work out a good angle, and it's a simple 1-2, simple triangle, and they mess it up immediately. I felt a bit just on Dorgu. It was a tough night. We'll get to the player ratings and stuff like that, but I did think he had a tough night, but I felt like every time we tried to play out from the back when it wasn't on, it landed with him. Like, every single time it was like, right, Onana, with no plan passing out from the back, so I don't know why we bother. But every time Mazraoui had it, and you're like, don't pass it to Dorgu. He's nowhere to go, and he's under pressure. And Mazraoui, again, 10-yard pass, but a yard behind Dorgu, and then he's in complete shit then. Like, continually happens in this team. And every so often, Casemiro will like accidentally roll someone, and then you're kind of away. But yeah, I mean, what did you think of Garnacho, Patrick? I mean, is he just not good enough? Is that it with him?
Well, I think I might go against the grain here. I thought actually he was okay.
He's threatening. I'll give you that. He picks up positions.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
When he was subbed off, I didn't understand that at all, because he was the only player with a little bit of impetus, and a little bit of pace. So as soon as he went off, the game was flat.
Yeah.
There was no outball to anyone, apart from Xerxes might be able to trick his way through someone. And then he went off as well. So I don't understand that at all.
No, exactly. I mean that's the thing with, like, me and Christian did it on Sunday. I was talking about was it Ericsson, Hoyland and Xerxes. And obviously when Garnacho comes on, he's a competent footballer. Like, you can see him being a Premiership player. In my opinion, I don't think he's going to be starting for anybody. I mean, look, if he's a Champions League starter, I'll be shocked. Put it that from his talent. But to your point, he does. things do happen, but he's wasteful. I think that's a fair. It's like even those back post crosses, you know, when it was like he's slamming it into the side netting and he's just rash, isn't he? Like and then Højlund and Xerxes are streaky on it, both of them. What do you think of Xerxes, Patrick?
Well, he scored the goal, so you got to give him credit for that. But I think more of that was down to horrific keeping.
Oh yeah.
Has he been watching Onana's playback?
I don't understand how somebody curls it down the middle. Bizarre finish.
Yeah,
but it went in. So
I think their goalkeeper has some Cameroonian nightmares last night. Maybe. It'll make sense to anybody listening. Yeah. I mean, I think Christian touched on it with Højlund and another. I must admit, like we spoke about feeling sorry for him, and obviously you got the Dallo gaff, could have given him a tap in, and obviously you hope that he would have scored it, and then it's like little things that can go wrong are going wrong for him. Like, you know, he got fouled twice on the touchline, a yard in front of the linesman. I'm not saying it's a big moment in the game. He falls over, the linesman don't give it, and he's like, what the fuck? Stands up, gets fouled again, doesn't get that either, and then we lose the ball. And it's just like, if it can go wrong, it is going wrong for him. And I don't know how he's going to snap out of it. I just don't. Where is this? Because he needs a goal. I mean, well, we need one as fans. You know.
I think just to lead from that is like, you do need goals, and watching it from just a neutral point of view, you playing Bruno further back in that side with them players at the top end of the pitch makes no sense to me. Because he's the only one at the opposite end that can cause trouble. He is a finisher. He is a decent finisher no matter what people say. I don't understand playing him further back. I would rather put an unknown entity in the position in midfield, and at least you've got some excitement at the other end. He can create things. I don't know what you guys think.
We spoke about Mainu, didn't we, Patrick, on Monday, about the fitting of the system, and I think the same thing applies to Fernandes to a degree, because I do agree with what you're saying, Christian, but I must admit his better games have come when he's been deeper. It's like in that awkward. It's like the thing is with the 3-4-3, you don't have a number 10, and he is just, that's the only role he can play. In this inside forward, I mean, we need pace there. Like we really need pace, and he, I mean, I don't love him in centre mid. I've got to be honest, but I mean, tonight was a case of bodies, wasn't it? I mean, Collier's first game back, he came on. Who else could have even lined up, suited up there? Ericsson. You know,
he's not taking enough players. That tells you everything you need to know. That if he's looking at across the young players he does have, and go, I'm not even going to take you. So,
no.
Just back from injury, I think he will go with Collier in the middle at the weekend.
Yeah. Oh gosh, Arsenal. Yeah. We'll do a quick preview on that if we've got time. If not, you think we know what we all think. But yeah, I mean, let's skip to the. I think we did the goal. Awful shot, or even off, just terrible all round, really. The VAR incident, it's just a classic. Would never have been given before VAR. No one would have batted an eyelid. Obviously now they're re-reffing the game through a video screen, so they're looking for everything off corners. I think we all agree that it's not, but by the bullshit letter of the law, it is. Is that the case? I mean,
just on that though, with it being Bruno, I think Bruno bought that penalty for them because with the pass that he gives to Højlund where he was fouled, he's straight in the referee's face. The referee gives a free kick and a card to the Sociedad player, and he's still mouthing off.
Yeah.
And then 30 seconds later, or whenever it was, 15 minutes later, he gets a card where he probably wouldn't have got a card, and then when it's the penalty decision.
Yeah.
He runs over and it's him. The referee must think to himself, well, you give me no choice. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And it's classic. He's just not a captain.
No. I know, yeah. I mean it, and as well, look, it's not a pen for me. I don't, for whichever team is playing, I don't care, it's not a pen. But I will say that it's the incident has happened because he's not aggressive in the duel. He doesn't really want to win the header. He's kind of bitching a little bit.
His eyes, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's closed his eyes. He's put his arms up. He doesn't want to actually win the header, and this is why, like you just said, he's the captain and he's ducking the sort of responsibility of winning headers. We're conceding off corners all the time, and he's being a bit soft off corners. He's got his arms up and it's a pen. They need to be coaching this though, because they're giving him. This isn't going to go away. Do you know what I mean? What did you think of the pen, Christian?
Yeah, it's not a pen. It's just, but we're seeing it like the inconsistencies on VAR. It's just ridiculous. Because one week they'll give ones like that, and then the next it'll go to VAR and they won't give that.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. We see it in England as well though. Every week in the Prem, the inconsistencies are ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they probably, I know they missed a chance at the end, but I thought we were in reasonable control. But that what you said before, Patrick, as well. I thought the ref, I'm not just talking about the VAR, I thought he gave so many ticky-tack fouls throughout the game. And I'm not whinging about, like, in a way of, he cost us, because I know we can't really score. But I'm just, it was so many soft ones, and then some ones that were a foul he didn't. It's like, he was just shocking, I thought, personally. And like
that, going back 10 years, that was like the prime Jose era of just, if you go down and scream, you will get a foul.
It was. Yeah, I mean, that there was a handball in the first half. I don't know if you remember it, when the guy lost the ball. He, out of panic, just lumped it straight at Hoyland from a yard, and his arm was against his chest, and he gave fucking handball.
That was
absolutely shocking decision. And this was just constant, wasn't it, throughout the what you said then, Patrick, the yellow on Hoyland. We could have played advantage and had Garnacho in on the same possession. That's why Mr. Winchbag got a yellow, because he wanted the advantage, didn't he? And I don't know what the ref was for. He was just shocking, wasn't he? Like you said, a classic away leg referee from late 90s, early 2000s. So, I mean, it's left at 1-1. I personally think they needed to win tonight. I'm not being pessimistic. We are better away from home. Not for whatever reason, just because they're so shit in it at Old Trafford.
Just one thing on that side. Did you see the you two boys hear the comments at half time with Scholes? And he was like saying like they'll be very happy with the first half. And I get what he's alluding to. You know, you're not conceded a goal away from home, stuff like that. But the thing is, United notoriously, we've seen. I mean, hasn't he said it himself, Amorim, that they feel the pressure more at home?
I mean,
I think they did. I thought, I don't know what your guys' take is, but I thought they were there for the taking, especially in the first half. They livened up once you'd scored. I thought they were pretty toothless.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I mean, I think that, that's my feeling. My feeling going into, look, we'll see what happens next week, but my gut feeling is that we had to beat them. If we'd have won 2-0 tonight, we'd be okay. And now, going to Old Trafford, like you just said, pressure's on. I mean, they're soft. They're a soft side. We should be dominating these physically. Even, I know we're not the most athletic team, but yeah, I thought they were fucking rubbish, honestly. Did you, Patrick? I mean, I don't know what we were. I don't know what we were expecting from Sociedad. I've not watched them all season, so you just look. Oh, they're 11th.
They've got a couple of injuries, haven't they?
Have they? Right.
The lad that everyone wanted in summer. Is it Zubimendi?
Oh, Zubimendi, yeah.
Is that who he plays for?
Right.
Yeah, he's injured, so I don't know if he'll be back or whatever. But
I mean,
it'll be a different team, I'm sure, next week. But just on the commentary thing, there seems to be this sort of delusion that own goals count in the way that they're talking about the match. One goal means one goal, wherever you are.
Oh, away goals, yeah.
Away goals, sorry.
Yeah.
It's bizarre the way.
No, you're right.
You'll be happy with that.
No.
It doesn't matter where you score now.
No, it's 0-0. It don't matter. It has no fucking relevance, does it? That's exactly a good point. Like Liverpool would be comfortably through after 1-0 last night. But really, they're just 1-0 up. Like the perspective has changed massively. I just think, it's more just how we've looked at Old Trafford, and like you said, the pressure is on there more because there's 70,000 cheering for them, quote unquote. Whereas away, you're against the odds a little bit, and they seem to be coming out of games a little bit better. Like, there's no way, if Everton were 2-0 up at Old Trafford, that United would have turned that round. But at Goodison, they actually thought, we might be able to get back into this. I mean, what do you think, Patrick, going into the second leg? Do you think similar to me, or do you think that they were that poor? We should turn. Well, we should be turning these over. I mean, but what do you think?
Well, like we said the other day, there's no rotation in the squad, so we're looking at the exact same team, barring Collier coming in or an Ericsson coming in. But who drops out? Because it's just much of a muchness. They came on and the game didn't massively change, so it doesn't really matter. It will all be in the first 15 minutes and what sort of United turns up. If they start with the same turgid, we'll build from the back, which we've proved the entire season we can't actually do, start like that, then we'll just watch them score score one goal, probably just before half time or just after, and sit in, and that'll be it.
Yeah. That is our golden. What do you think, Christian? Do you think? I mean, you're going to say Sociedad are absolutely awful, aren't you? But
yeah, Sociedad. I was not impressed at all with them.
No, I wasn't.
So I don't know what version you're going to get at Old Trafford. I don't know whether, like Pat was saying, they got some players missing. We might see a better version, but they were poor. But we know what United are like at Old Trafford. The shirt weighs heavy on some of these boys. So I don't know, mate. It's an impossible one to predict, and I do feel like with United, it almost seems like something needs to happen to wake them up. It seems like they ghost through first halves, and it's almost just deemed acceptable now that they are dog shit for the first 45 minutes and no one says anything. It's like expected. Even at the start of the second half in this game, I'm not saying they were electric, but there was a difference in tempo. I don't get it, and it's week in, week out.
There has been a normalisation of losing though, and I do think this is one of my things with I like Amorim. I do like him, but he is sort of coming into these press conferences really just I understand there's a bit of honesty to him, but at some point you've got to I think when it started off okay and we beat Everton 4-0, he was talking about things are going to go to complete shit. I mean, he was right, but it's just a case of, if you didn't say that, would the team be a bit better? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's it's constantly just going, well, we're fucking awful. Let's see what we can do next year. Well, look,
I think that's in a way protecting his own sort of position,
his own brand.
Well,
I think so. I think there's a little bit of that, and he's obviously because he's at the end of the day he's getting battered in the people are saying he's useless. But so
but to your point, you're talking about the way the commentary team talk about it, and I know they were bad tonight. I don't know if you two thought that, but just some of the stuff some of the things they say are just ridiculous. Yeah, they just talk nonsense.
It's just like, Sociedad not a good team. They're 9th. Well, United are 14th. Yeah, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah. And then he was like, when he was talking about it, he goes, he was pissed off about the positioning of Garnacho on the left. And I'm sat there thinking, no, keep him on the right because he can stop cutting in and shooting poorly. But the irony is, Savage said it at a point after Garnacho cut in and shot poorly. It's like, do you know what I mean though? It's like you said, it's like bringing the standards down. So it's like Garnacho decked in and struck it straight at the keeper. And Savage, who's on the co-coms for the thingy, is going, don't move him from that position because he's doing well. No, shit. I know they all want to be Robin, but they're not.
That's part of a deeper problem, innit? We've gone on about this a lot, Alex, and I think that it's just been normalised. I watch with my team and fucking fan channels that celebrate, saying Doku was fabulous against Liverpool. No, he wasn't. How have we now adjusted the metric that good wing plays just beating your man and doing nothing at the other end of it? Well, no, that's shit in my opinion. It's just no end product. But this is what we've normalised now, and these shit commentators are celebrating it. They're not even normalising it, saying it's good.
That is a big thing. I mean, I don't know what you think, Pat, but when you're talking about how a player played or grading a player at the minute, and obviously we've really, we've got some really poor players in this team. What I think we are losing a little bit. Christian's made a point there about Doku against Liverpool, when I agree, I just thought he was actually pretty average. I mean, he skinned at Arnold a few times, but didn't do anything after it. But people go, well, that's good because they know Doku's capability as a winger, so they're reducing the expectancy. And it's the same thing we do, where it's I'm trying to think of an example, but say if Hoyland or Xerxes had a good hour, where they retained the ball for an hour, didn't even score, we would be like, they've been really good today. When in reality, we watched forwards do that. That was a given. It was how many has Van Nistelrooy scored? How many has Ronaldo scored? It wasn't a case of, oh my God, they held it up 5 times out of 6. Do you know what I mean?
You would usually be saying that about a player coming on, or just breakthrough season, he's 18, whatever. But I will say to that point, we're 14, so if somebody has a good 15 minutes, it is a shock.
Yeah. No, you have got I think you have got to sell it. We did I don't know, maybe segment overdoes it, but on Aid in Heaven, and it's just because you're like, right, let's talk about something. Let's just talk about something good. Just fucking anything.
I bought that.
But yeah, I mean Yeah, let's see. I mean,
It reminded me of Mike Bassett, where they got battered and they were like, but then bloody Mexicans will go with they?
Free cheers for Ramirez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every game. Oh my god. Who's it going to be this weekend?
Amaru and him talking about after United after the Everton game and how it's going to turn to shit. I was thinking today how this season is basically just like the Ranić season where we're just watching it peter out. It's just over. And it's been over since he came in.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. Yeah, because Ranić had, like, I think we were around 5th, weren't we, for a bit? I think we somehow finished 6th, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's just dead game after. I remember going to Anfield in about April with under Ranić, and like that was when Pogba just decided to sub himself because he couldn't be bothered after 5 minutes. And it was the most, I've never sat in, I remember just sat in the front room like, the fans don't care, the manager probably doesn't care, and the players definitely don't care. And it was like, and they battered us 4-0. I mean, it should have been 7 that, like it was fucking 2 years ago. But yeah, so we'll see in it. I mean, God Christ, I don't know. We'll do a watch along. Might have to get some beers in for it, I think.
Don't in this era they'll cut it, will they, lad? You've got to make preparations.
I was saying to Patrick I was on the non-alcoholics, but this team's going to drive me to... We'll end up out next Thursday, especially if we win. Fucking hell. What's Thursday Club these days, Lee? Christ. So, yeah, let's... I'll tell you what, before we do a bit of an Arsenal, should we do some player ratings, Pat? I'll let you take the lead on this if you want. No, right, okay, so... hang on, where have I got them here? I've got them coming across the bottom. Let me have a quick look.
I've got the little Mexican Ramirez 10.
3 cheers for Ramirez.
Ramirez.
He don't win player of the tournament. There's no justice.
Right, let's start with Cameroonian Nightmares in goal. He had I think a pretty solid game. We're going to go 6 being the average, Patrick. What are we going to say? Can we stretch to I just can't go to a 7 just by principle of his season.
I was going to say 6.5.
6.6. I'm happy with that. We won't even go to a 6.5 because it could be rounded up.
Just a quick one on Onana. Pat, was the brown liquid brewing like the first minute when he decided to do that back to him?
Oh yeah, it just proved my point immediately.
But I said this before you jumped on stream, Christian. It was like I said to Patrick, I was like, he comes in, he's been playing awful now since about November, and he comes in and he's swanning round in the first 20 minutes away with all the confidence in the world, like peak Edison and Neuer. Like, where's this come from? You've been dog shit for 4 months, mate.
Where have you got the confidence to suddenly do it?
Thick. They've not got brains like Dallo. Dallo doesn't know he's having bad games.
Oh no, he definitely doesn't.
Right. Let's on topic. Diogo Dallo is next, Patrick. 6 being the average. I thought he was really, even by his standards, pretty poor today. Obviously gaffed a really good opportunity for Højlund. What do you think? 3 or 4?
Yeah, I was going to say 3.
3, yeah.
No more than
3. No. Okay, Lenny Yoro, right centre back. I feel like he has been coming into his own a little bit, and
I thought he was alright.
Pretty solid. 6.5.
Yeah, fine.
I feel like I just don't know if I can go to 7 for anyone, to be honest. 6.5, man of the match. De Ligt again, similar. I mean, would you go 7 for De Ligt? I thought he was pretty aggressive and won it on the halfway line a bit.
Yeah, I think.
Am I being a bit?
One of those chances where he pushed up too far and his legs.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have that.
No.
Yard of pace.
No, he doesn't. He's better in the duel than Maguire, but he has the same problems in the fact that if he gets rolled, it is over.
He recovers better than Maguire.
He does recover,
because of age, where he slips and he managed to get his foot to it. Like I'd give him credit for that. And when we went behind, he was the only one I saw shouting at all the players. There's a captain there. Yeah. I know. I have a soft spot for him because I liked him at Ajax.
Oh, he's class.
I think he had an okay game. So yeah. 6.5, 7.
8.5. God, if you kept going, then I was going to say a 9. Let's go 7. Come on, let's have some positivity on the pod for once. We'll clip this and get it out after my tick attacker short, Christian. Right, okay. Sorry, where was I up to? I've got Mesrari, left centre back. I mean, this mixing up of the back line, it's like every time they're all playing different positions. Yeah. Mesrari, left centre back. Again, I thought him and Yoro probably have similar. I can't think of anything bad he did. Probably 6.
No.
Do you think 6?
Yeah, maybe 6.
I don't. Yeah, probably hard to grade them 3. Okay, Mr. Patrick Dorgu at left wing back. Oh, he's just got a lot of energy, and I do like the energy, but it's
Lukaku's first touch, though, isn't
his touch is off, and I also do think he gets it in. It's just sometimes when you want to get it in space, he wasn't getting it in space, but then to your point, Christian, when he did, second touch was an header, wasn't it? I just God, he's 5 a bit generous.
Yeah, I was hovering around 4 or 5, so.
Okay, we'll give him a 5. I know Christian wants us to give him a 2, but okay, let's get to the old boy in centre mid, Casemiro. I thought he won some duels, then embarrassingly lost some when they ran past him like he was just stuck in the mud. The passing was just, there was one to Dorgu that I remember where it was just comfortably on, and he sent it straight over Amrim's head on the touchline.
Started the move, didn't it?
It did. Like Casemiro, he goes in waves, doesn't he? Where there was tonight, I thought he won quite a lot. Don't have a clue of the stats, but I thought okay sometimes, then shit in others. But 6, do you think Casemiro? I probably don't.
9, but
2002 Casemiro performance. Okay, let's give him a 6. Okay, Bruno Fernandes.
3.
Yeah.
That was his rating. No.
3. No, I think 3. 3's pushing it.
Yeah, I think you're right. He gave the fucking pen away.
Yeah, I think.
He gave the pen away, bitching about that instead of going up for the ball aggressively in the box. You can see why we spoke about Keane's argument on the overlap. You can see why. Do you know what I mean? So, okay, Xerxes, the goal scorer. I don't know. Can we give him a lot of credit for that goal? It was awful keeping, but he did score it.
What he does most games, where he manages to trick his way through a couple of players, or his hold-up's not bad, but it's not enough.
No,
it's just not enough.
Well, you said it, didn't you? 120 minutes on Sunday, nearly 90 tonight. The fact he's become indispensable for this team says a lot, doesn't it? But I think 6.5 is fair. You've got to go slightly over because he scored a goal, which.
I think he's like a poor man's Berbatov.
He is because
he has these silky touches and then he gets himself in good positions, but there's no goal threat.
He's got that sticky touch at times, hasn't he? And then others, it's really lax, but lacks pace, massively lacks pace, which the team.
I think he's overweight. I think he's overweight.
Yeah, but I was saying this to Christian about players who wear the socks low, and all of a sudden they're all doing it now. Yoro and Dorgu are fucking both doing it. I don't know if they've heard me whinging about it, and they thought, let's fucking piss him off a bit more. But Xerxes does it, and certain players do it, and it looks. A lazy player should not wear the socks low. Do you get me? And he's one.
His shirt out as well.
And he's just a scruffy bastard as well.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
No, and the afro's got that weird receding hairline afro Salah's got.
Even his afro's not gold.
Even his afro shit. I know. Come on, man, you've been blessed with that at least. Yeah, like a futsal player who can turn it on every 5 minutes, weirdly. But yeah.
Feels like when he dribbles, the ball's behind him. It's just mad. It feels like the ball's never in his possession, even when it is.
It's in his feet. It's in the middle.
Yeah.
It's sticky.
Yeah.
It's sticky, but
he's the gangliest. He's such a weird player to judge, but.
Okay. The other half of the Brothers of Destruction, Rasmus Højlund. Tough one. Again, really, bit of cardio. But I actually thought he did, like I said, we should have got a chance off that. His hold-up play when he got fouled for the yellow, it should have been a one-on-one. God, I sound like Bruno now, fucking hell. You'll be giving me a 3.
I'm glad you said it, because I was going to say, I thought he actually was okay.
No, no. I thought he was on, like I said,
Is it like you said before, we're just lowering that far?
Yeah.
We'll accept this now.
Well, this is it. Yeah. Like when Liam Delap has a hustling game for Ipswich and he gets an 8. Okay, let's go 6. I think.
If he scores, it'll be a fucking 11.
If Dallo had a brain, it'd be 6.5. Saying that, he'd have missed the tap in. This is the thing. I bet part Højlund's like, fucking hell, thank God he didn't cross it. He'd have dummied it. He'd have fucking dummied it. Okay.
Feels like
The final third of the devastating trio up top. Alejandro Garnacho assist. Stuck on the right, where I do prefer him because it limits his shooting opportunities. But again, he was.
Oh, he got him in. Don't worry about that. He got them shots.
Yeah, honestly, back in the bet builder days, when I say that was like only last year, but he was 2 shots on target every single bet builder. Not even because he's good, just because he takes about 9. So 2 of them are going to get through to the keeper. But God, 6 again, really, for me. I can't
I think
go.
there's been a change in his game since Amarin came in. I think he is a little bit more of a team player. I mean, it's not a lot. But
no, yeah,
he's cutting it back. There's a few games now where he's cutting it back for players. And, well, we got a goal from it today.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. We'll leave them at a 6, right? Okay, everyone can enjoy them. They're going across the bottom of the screen. Onana 6.25 just makes me laugh. That's might be my favourite rating of the season because I know why he's 6.25. I know the reason behind that rating, which is great. Okay, Arsenal on Sunday, is it 4:30? I think it is, isn't it?
Off the back of that as well.
Great.
Arsenal did the other night. Jesus.
Oh yeah, they scored 7 out of nowhere, didn't they?
Oh yeah, Calafiori up front. He fancied it.
Don't tell me that's what they did, does it? Because I've seen someone.
No, they didn't. But he did get one when he was just in some mad position.
Gosh, right, okay. Yeah. Fucking hell. Well, we've played. It's at Old Trafford, though. If we were at the Emirates, I'd feel better, honestly.
Well, we got the FA Cup one, didn't we?
Got the FA Cup one, yeah. I mean, like Anfield, Emirates, and City, within about 6 weeks, 8 weeks of each other, were the 3 better performances. But home to Forest, Bournemouth, Newcastle, it was like Sunday League stuff. You know, it's just, I don't go anyway. But yeah, oh God. I mean, come on, Christian, tell us why we can get something against Arsenal.
No, I think Arsenal beat 2-0. I think that they'll. I don't think
not bad.
I don't think they've got like a lot going forward, have they? But they'll do enough, and I see it just being one of them games where it'll be coasting to a boring loss. I really don't expect anything other than that.
Yeah, I think it'll be completely routine game that.
Yeah, a routine 2-0 loss.
Yeah, I think it will.
That's awful. God, that's damning.
I think it'll be corner, Moreno 1-0, and then sit till about 75, 80, and someone like Sterling will just drop one in.
Oh no! Right, too far.
Just someone off the bench will drop one in.
Yeah.
Trossard, I don't know.
That's one record I'm quite proud of. Sterling's never scored against United, and I would gladly cling to that.
He's a United fan, isn't he, apparently?
Is he? Is he?
I know. And he's played for Liverpool, Chelsea, and City.
God, I wouldn't rule out a little.
Get him to Leeds.
Leeds. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously agree. I mean, they've got a good defence, we've got an awful attack. I mean, if we score 1, I mean, we don't score more than 1 generally, so we'd have to win 1-0 if we're winning, and then, like you said, they're good at set pieces, we're terrible at them. I mean, yeah, so other than that, feeling good.
How injured is Maguire? I didn't realise he was injured.
Oh, we fell to the pits that you're asking that, but I was thinking it too.
But I think it'd be good for.
Yeah. Well, again, who was good in them 3 games that I mentioned? Anfield, City, and Arsenal away. He was Colossus.
Yeah, because you're away team sitting in.
Yeah, well, Amarin said that, didn't he?
To everything.
Yeah. Who've City got, Christian?
We've got Forest, I think, away.
Oh, it's the early, isn't it?
It's the early, isn't it? Early kickoff.
Forest away. Oh, it's a big one, isn't it?
It's going to be a grim one, yeah. We keep playing these teams that are just next to us in the table, and every week seems to be a 6-pointer, but just a disgusting one because it's for top 4.
Forest, man, they are breaking the numbers, them, aren't they? Like, you look at the detailed stats of that team, they should be 12th with us, and they're not. It's just like, other than that ridiculous game where did they beat someone 7-1 or something?
Yeah, it's a strange one as well, isn't it? Because if you look at their players, like there's no real standout. I suppose like people would lean to maybe Gibbs White, but I'm not his biggest fan if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? I think next year that'll just be one of them where it was like, what the fuck happened last year?
Relegation
type. Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
No, they might be pissed off with that assessment, but
the centre backs are good, aren't they? from what I've seen. Murillo and the other guy are quite good.
I think it's one of them. They're doing jobs, but I wouldn't say going forward they're going to be like elite. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like it's more of a stage rather than some sort of like dynamic that's shifted. But we'll see.
Alanga.
Oh God, yeah, I'll sum up my season. He fucking scored.
Oh, Alanga. Oh, come on. Jesus. This is the sort of thing we cheer on now.
Yeah, this is what I live for now.
Come on, Alanga. And then Rashford in the quarters against Liverpool. Just before we caught, yeah. So I mean, last night, did you watch it, Patrick? The PSG,
yeah,
Liverpool abomination. Just your thoughts on. I mean, I hate sort of cliche stuff like this, but I think I text you. It just feels name on the trophy. How do you feel about it? I know it's obviously pessimistic, hoping it doesn't happen. But what do you think?
I mean, that Canate should have been off.
Oh yeah.
And I heard people saying no, it wasn't even a foul. It was just clearly a foul. I don't understand how that.
But he just trucked straight through the back of him.
It's bizarre.
But you know as well, right? You know when in those incidents, right? Say an exact same incident. Tonight was a handball, but you know when there's an extended stoppage on a VAR, and then there's the replay, and it's not subjective. It's not like, you know, like sometimes, like say, Casemiro had a few in his first season where he gets the ball first, and then the follow through got the man, and it's a bit subjective. People might go, well, he got the ball. Others are like, no, he's not. He's out of control. There was no debating what the tackle was. He trucked him from behind. 1-on-1. That was the foul. It doesn't take 50 replays. Oh, get us another angle. No. Just look at it once. So then they took an extended amount of time. And you're like, right. Oh, he's 100%. He's gonna go, isn't he? Because they'll be checking something else. You know, like maybe the offside to check it's not offside. And then they just like, oh, just wave it on.
Yeah, bizarre.
I mean,
it was unbelievable. I mean, why is the referee not seeing that normal time? He's wrong. And he fucking launches him.
What did he think happened? The rest.
I'd love to know his opinion on what took place and why it wasn't. Oh fuck me, ridiculous.
Or why he wouldn't take a shot on goal? He'd prefer to go down. Bizarre.
I mean, he got absolutely bowled over. It was ridiculous. And then, I mean, how good they were, other than the shooting, which they are streak. I mean, God, speaking of streaky, they do everything else brilliantly except the shooting. And then obviously Slot decides to pack up and take the 0-0 back to Anfield. We'll beat him there. Let's take Salah off. We'll get out of here 0-0, just about. And Harvey Elliott comes on defensively and goes and wins it. It's just...
Do you think that was poor keeping from Donnarumma?
Yeah, he's... I mean, since that Euros, he's never kicked on, has he, Donnarumma? It feel like I mean, I don't watch loads of them, but you know, when they had the Neymar, Messi team, they were like 2-0 up against Madrid, and didn't he just completely capitulate and they went out 3-2 or something? He just gave Benzema 2 goals in about 2 minutes and then they lost. Yeah, but he was ridiculous in that Euros, wasn't he? Which is great for us. But so, and then obviously, so they got the 1-0, so yeah, I mean, look, they were good though, Paris, weren't they?
Brilliant.
Their midfield three are fantastic. I mean, we watched them against City, didn't we, Christian?
Yeah, it made me feel better about our performance against them, how good they were. I was thinking, were we actually really good that night, or what happened? Because to be fair, last night they looked unreal.
They're a good blend.
They absolutely pinned Liverpool.
They're a good blend, aren't they, of athleticism all over the pitch, and the three midfielders are just complete all rounders. I mean, they're certainly.
Dembele last night was just ridiculous, wasn't he? It was just pure when he's like spaghetti leg settings, and you don't know what he's gonna do. He don't know what he's gonna do, but it can go really well sometimes. And then Kvaratskhelia, he looks fucking baller. So we'll see it'll be interesting to watch him going forward. But they've got a steal in him.
You know, that's one thing I wanted to mention about, their team, and it's like Kolo Muani and Gonzalo Ramos cost about 140 million 18 months ago. They've completely just swiped them to one side, and Enrique's gone and said, no, I need better. If this was United, we would still be running Muani and Gonzalo Ramos for the next 2 years. Minimum, probably longer. But look at them.
The thing is, you would then go and sign another Muani and Ramos.
Well, we get worse.
Yeah.
No, you're right, mate. I'm just... Obviously, they have not got worse. I mean, even the young lads that came on look good. The Dewey guy, Yeah, man. So they certainly weren't missing a certain 50-year-old Uruguayan charging around fouling people, were they? I think it's safe to say that we facilitated all this amazing midfield of theirs. I'm so glad they were desperate to get Ugarte out the door to sign João Neves, who is roaming round like Javi last night. Oh, we're just something else, aren't we? Come on, we really need a club to take this guy off our hands so we can go and get João Neves. Who turns up? Just, God, there you go, boys. Go and treat yourselves. Yeah, okay. So, when's that? Is that? Oh, I suppose that'll be next week, will it? The Tuesday.
I think so, yeah.
Tuesday, second leg. Right, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
And Kim, what was your overall prediction for weekend? If you had to go score-wise.
Oh God, I agree 2-0 because I don't think they're good enough to spank us, but also don't think we're going to get anything. So I agree 2-0. Just can't score, Christian, and they've got a good defence, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. What are you saying, Pat?
He's desperate to try and give some. He's like, it wasn't like deep in thought, didn't know what was going to happen. It was deep in thought. Is there any optimism?
I was trying to say to myself, can we just sit in? Can we sit in and get a penalty like 80th minute? And that'll be the one that Bruno misses. You know?
Oh man, I know what you mean.
I think 2-0 is probably fair.
Yeah, go on, Christian. How many?
No, I said, mate.
Saying that, yeah, you think their attack's as bad as
like I said, no, I think 2-0.
Yeah.
I don't think they've got enough to blast you, even though I don't know what happened midweek.
Yeah.
A crazy one, but yeah.
Where are you watching it, Patrick? Just at home?
Probably, just behind the sofa.
on the kegs, or are we going through a dry? Oh, is it really? Okay.
Dry until Gold Cup, which is next Friday.
Oh, okay, nice one. What about your dad?
Oh, he'll be drinking.
Yes, Eddie. Okay. Oh, thanks for jumping on, Pat. Christian.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, catch us on the next one.